Hello, let's look at some common errors and pitfalls. First, common error, forgetting necessary braces. So look, you have this, if radius is greater than or equal to 0, and you're going to execute this two statements right here. You have to put them into a braces. Otherwise, and this second statement is left out of the if statement. So this is the correct code. Another common error is run semicolon at the if line. So if very common people do this, and this is wrong. And putting a semicolon here, it terminates the if statement. This is the same as you're having empty body right here. So the rest is not part of the if statement. Mistakenly using equals assignment for this equality checking. So this 3 here, if count is equal to 3, but you write this way. So this is tricky here. Now what happens is you assign 3 to count. So the condition is always now true. So you're going to say count is now 0. So this is the output. That is wrong. So be careful now. And this is a logical error. It's not easy to detect. Common error 4, redundant testing of boolean values. This is to test if even is true. This statement right here is correct, but it's really a bad code because often it is a mistake and people will write here even with one equal sign. So that is wrong. So the best way is just say if even. So that is the way you should write the code because even is already a boolean value, true or false. If even, that is, it is simpler and also it's more efficient and rather than you have to test with another value. So this is what you need to do if, right here, even. Another common error is so-called dangling else ambiguity. Let's look at this code right here. You write if here, inside if you have if, else, but you put else right here. So you would think that else would match this first if, but it's actually wrong. It else matches most recent if. So it is the same as writing this code. Look, the indentation has nothing to do with the compiler. Compiler will not recognize indentation. Your intention is not recognized by the compiler. Compiler only look as this else matches the most recent if. So to ensure that else matches this if, you need to put the parentheses right here. So what you do is put the parentheses right here. And then this else matches this most recent if it's becoming this one here. Another common error is this equality test of two floating point values. We know that floating point numbers are represented in approximation in computer programming. So now you have this 1 minus 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, this is 5. So the result is x is equal to 0.5. But now you don't get exactly this result because you cannot guarantee it. It could be something like very close to 0.5. And that is the problem. So what we do is we're going to use this common technique is to introduce this epsilon. So this epsilon is a very small value. So look at the difference between those two values, x and y. If it's less than epsilon, then we say x, y are the same. So epsilon is a very small value. Let's put epsilon is this small value. And now you can look at the difference between x and 0.5. If it's less than epsilon, x is approximately 0.5. Pitfalls. Simplify Boolean variables. You can write this code to assign true to even if number is divisible by 2, otherwise assign false to even. But the best way to do it is just one line. So this is one line, assign this the result of this. Number remainder 2 equal to 0, true or false, to even. So it's much simpler than writing this 4 lines. This is one line. Common pitfall 2, avoiding duplicated code in different cases. Now in this program, we have this test. If in-state tuition is 5,000 and display tuition is 5,000, else tuition is a different value. So let's put something should be a different value here. Maybe 15,000. So we're going to put it right here. So what you do here now is you're going to display tuition again, but the better code is to move this output, because the output is common code, out. So this is the result. Simplify the code, and so this is right here. So I have a mistake here. This should be a 15,000. So this one is 5,000. Okay. All right, that's all for this video. See you on the next video.